Hello, good evening, Happy New Year, and welcome to Table Fables. My name is Michael. I'm your game master. We are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is the 7th episode of our series. Yeah, and it's gonna be a blast. I'm so glad you're here. Hopefully your year has started off on a good note. And if it hasn't, I'm sorry. I hope it gets better. We are in the land of Agios. We are in the land of Agios. Pretend like that didn't happen. And looks like my camera resized too. That's fine. Agios is a land that we are creating. It's a world we are creating. And it's a land without magic. As in zero magic. As in no magic. Like, magic is dead. And it's been dead for 100 years. But I don't want to spoil anything, so that's where I'll leave that. If you're new, and if you've never played Pathfinder, I suggest you check it out. It's very similar to things like Dungeons & Dragons. It's a D20 based system, and that's what we're playing. I see some looking back and forth to each other's. Is everything good? I'm just talking to no one, by the way.
Wow, rude.
If you would care to support the channel, follow us on the socials, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we have a merch store. You know, if you're watching, you can buy a shirt, buy me a shirt, buy everybody a shirt, get the word out there about Table Fables. Yeah, and I can't wait for this next year for you guys to see everything that we have planned to hopefully do. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the party. Now, you guys are looking a little green,
We're all looking a little green.
Yeah.
but there's a reason. It's on purpose. So,
Are you adopting us?
whoa, 2 kids is enough.
Ah,
I love them dearly, but
wait till he finds out about 2023. Goodness.
the last that we all were together, you had successfully found the missing student at the at Everlight University, Gareth Stormeyes. I don't sound confident saying that, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. But something had happened, and along the way, your traveling companion, thank you for the affirmation, your traveling companion, Steve, aka Casimir, he just jumped through a portal that had appeared, or just, this black void, and was gone. So, Althandor, Flea, and none other than Hugh, you guys followed a trail of blood, and yeah, you found these cultists, this weird frog-like creature, and then you made your escape as this laboratory kind of started to collapse in on itself. And in the process, you guys somehow lost 3 days of time from when you descended into the laboratory underneath the school, and when you came up into the forest outside. 3 days had passed, and what should have just been 10 minutes. You guys didn't really have a whole lot of time to deal with that, because then you met a group of dwarves who were sent to examine these strange crystals that had appeared, jutting up out of the ground, glowing blue and green. And as you kind of got to know each other and get to know the party of dwarves, an explosion ripped through Mordenhill, lighting the forest on fire. Green fire, green flames, because those crystals you had learned were magic. And so you made your escape, and you were able to make it out unscathed from the fire, making your way towards. Did I say Eastonmore?
Mournhelm.
Mournhelm is the city you're making your way towards. Eastonmore is where you were.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Making
where we
sure I said
that's
that.
where we met a group of dwarves
Yes.
whose names I think there were only 3 of them. I have 3 names.
3 names for who?
The dwarves.
Oh yeah, what were those names?
We had Dullgrub Golden Fist, he was the leader. Tharbek Boulderhand, seemed like a strong boy. And Dragoon, who's a smart big dumb boy.
Yes. Smart in the caveman language way, but seemed actually very intelligent.
Yes, yeah.
We no talk much. Why use lot word when few words do same trick?
That was the funniest thing.
SeaWorld.
Oh. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys, the 3 of you, are making your way down this path with the 4 dwarves are with you as well.
3 dwarves?
3? 4? 3?
3.
3.
2 for
Sprawling miles across the brackish sea, you approach the great city of Morinhelm. Your magic bracelets give a soft vibration as you notice a massive sea of people exiting the gates, moving towards you, looking at the flames that have appeared.
Are we like currently running from the flames, or they're just there and we've kind of made it to a safe
You've made it to a safe
distance?
place away.
Gotcha.
Looking back over your shoulders, you see that Eastonmore is ablaze. Towering 1,000 feet at least, you see these green flames just lighting up the sky. It's brighter than the afternoon. Like it's probably like twilight or like golden hour is what it should be right now. But instead it's green. Very green.
gross.
And I'm just doing that because I was too dark. Yeah, these flames are towering 1,000 feet in the air, at least. The crowd is growing thicker and thicker and thicker, just gawking at this spectacle. I need you two to make a perception check. You cannot use a hero point on this perception check.
But we do have 1.
You do have 1. You start the game with 1.
Ooh. What would you call that? Is that cocked or is that no? It's decently definitive.
I was gonna say that
Yeah,
seems
get it.
definitive.
Okay.
We both rolled 2s
6.
or 2 6s.
2 6s.
Uh-huh.
That is a critical failure.
Yeah, yeah.
That is beyond a critical failure because the DC was 25.
Yep. That's
As you kind of start elbowing your way through this crowd, making your way towards the gate, you no longer see the 3 dwarves that were traveling with you. They're lost in the crowd, being smaller of stature,
that's the problem with dwarves. You just keep on losing them in crowds.
And then right between the 2 of you, Hugh is there, and then he's not. Elthandor, you see Flea. Flea, you see Elthandor. You don't see Hugh.
I don't even think I know that I don't see Hugh.
You're convinced.
Yeah.
You could swear Hugh is with you.
There are people coming towards the both of you, and you're trying to make your way into the city. Like, you want to get this magic...
Excuse me.
Come on, Hugh.
Excuse me. I'm just trying to get. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get. That's too Australian.
Come on.
Well, you gotta be more...
No, I just want to get. Just trying to get through. Just trying to get. Excuse me. I'll find it eventually. I know it's in here somewhere. It's gonna come back to me.
Light Southern.
Oh, I know what it is, but it's not coming out right.
It's been a while. It's been a
It's
couple...
gonna be Australian for a minute.
Yeah, I'm convinced I did my accent wrong.
Hey,
We'll get there.
You can
We'll get there.
experiment and
Yeah.
change that.
No.
Anytime you'd like. You press your way towards the gate. of this city. What? Oh no.
I'm just gonna go. Arnar, I can't find here.
Earn.
It's so weird. It's so weird how some Australian people do that. A lot of them do it.
It's
but,
just part of it.
Where? We don't talk like that. Morinhelm is an ancient city by most standards. It's almost 1,000 years old. This is common knowledge. Like this would be something. Well, Flea, you wouldn't know this because you don't know anything. But Elthandor, you would know this at least.
Of course, yes.
Morinhelm is known both as a city that's been built into a bridge, but also a bridge that was built as a city. Centuries ago, the Morin Empire constructed a bridge between the island of Exos and the mainland of Milnus. Construction lasted nearly 50 years and cost an estimated 1 billion gold in today's currency. It's estimated as many as 1,000 gnome artisans and craftsmen lost their lives during the construction process, which eventually led to the gnomish revolt that caused the empire's downfall in ME 722. ME is very creative. ME for time. Yeah, ME.
Downfall of what?
The Empire. ME means magic existing. So 722 years before magic stopped existing is when that happened. Though independently governed, Morinhelm serves as a strategic choke point for Milnus. In the event of war or disasters, the city contains large parks that actually serve as drawbridges. So if needed, effectively, you can cut the continent of Milnus into two pieces, separating what used to be known. So Exos is now a city, but that island used to be Exos. So you're able to separate because literally a whole section of the city just drops down towards the water. Yeah. So that's what you know walking into this place. You've probably been through here a few times, Elthandor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's taverns, there's inns, there's stores, and yeah, you don't know much beyond that. But you guys make it to the gate, pushing your way through the crowd, and you finally are able to catch your breath. What do you guys do?
Man, Alexander, I'm astonished that we even made it through there. We made it through there. Hugh, how you?
Yeah, we have two. That's the whole.
Hugh? Oh, Hugh gone. Hugh?
He's.
He's probably out looking at something, right?
You know him as well as I do.
I think my southern accent's starting to kick in on you out there. It's rubbing off a little bit.
I'm doing.
We're both struggling
I'm
tonight.
going to do my best to not take everybody's accents all the time. Yeah, I have no. We almost died for like third time this week.
Yeah, no, I wonder. I mean, that seeming like that's a recurring theme with the jobs that we're getting from Headmaster Everlight. And again, I don't love that. Did I say anything? I'm remembering having said some maybe smart things in the past couple days about like the magic, what the cause of the fire, the magic crystals.
Yes.
As
Let me say so the magic crystals. I'm whispering, but I gotta whisper loud enough for the mic to hear.
As this discussion is happening, I need you guys to make another perception check.
Okay, right. Perception check,
Better.
that's the thing.
16.
16
16 pre actually fixing my stats to what they're supposed to be because I haven't done that yet.
Oh, I doubled what I rolled on the die.
So 12.
An 8.
8. Okay. With a 16, Lee, as you're having, like, during this conversation just now, there's still a crowd, moving past you, trying to get out to see what's going on. And for just a second, as you turn to Elthandor and then turn back, you kind of just, out of your peripheral vision, you feel like you see yourself in the crowd. But then when you look, there's nothing there. It's just people walking by.
Elthander, you ever had deja vu?
The thing when you feel like you've lived something before, like you're certain. That
Yeah,
you,
like when you're
seen
certain
it?
you've been here before, you've seen something.
Yes.
Well, it's not that,
Okay.
but I swear I
That's
just
good.
saw like myself in a crowd. In the crowd, like maybe it's a doppelganger of me. Is there? I don't know if I've got any siblings. Now that I come to think about it, but I swore for a second, and then it was gone. That I just saw me walking the other way.
That's somewhere between weird and horrifying.
Does that feel like something we should go?
Do I see that person?
No.
Okay. I didn't see
You didn't see
a
it.
mirrored me. I didn't see any of that. Huh.
Okay, so
You've got
Balsto.
multiple Zeus inside you, anyways.
That's true.
Maybe they have siblings. Hey, you guys got any siblings?
I guess we'll have to wait a while for that one.
No, they'll probably tell me about it later.
Who was the last? Was it the?
The mage was the last one, and I've rolled, and the mage is going to be the one for right now again too.
Let me make a roll.
All right. You're gonna roll 2d4, maybe do it twice.
Nah.
Two voices at the same time.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
It was heads.
You're dead.
You feel this like kind of
Cool.
tingle rush up through your chest towards your neck, and it's a familiar sensation. Usually when this happens, you forget chunks of time, and then realize you've not been controlling yourself, and this feeling is coming on. But you can choose to like try to. This is the first time you've noticed it like this, so you can try to push it away or embrace it and see what happens.
Now, I somewhat recall having been here a moment ago. That's the first time I've come out like that. I'm terribly sorry.
That was quite
Not
disturbing.
not so gentlemanly of me. But yes, Flea did in fact see one of himself. I'm not sure what to do about that. Well,
Right,
how
it's not-
feels you? What do you know of any strange lore of Morinhelm?
Do I know any strange lore of Morganhelm?
Well, you can make a.
Oh wait, I didn't add any of my lore skills.
Oh, bummer.
Path builder, where are you?
You can make a society check.
That'd be the one I'd want to, anyways.
I'm afraid in my years of... Well, you don't need to know about that yet. But in my years, I don't quite recall enough information about this place
12.
currently.
Well,
no one.
you could make a society check.
There may or may
if you want to.
there may or may have not been some changes from then / until.
Fun.
Society.
What is this,
Hey, yes. 14?
Okay. And yours was a 12?
Mm-hmm.
You know that something that you know that has kind of been the case for over 100 years at this point is the town is run by usually a former military person. And it's usually a high-up general that has retired and then is asked to serve the city. There's also usually a heavy military presence that sort of acts as the town guard, but is also a garrison force. just because this is such an important point between the two halves, not literal halves, but the two sections of Milnus. And you, Elthandor, a name comes to mind. Feng Clegburn. He is the current ruler of Mornhelm. And he looks... You would know that he looks like this, but I just want to show you. This is what he looks like.
Clegburn?
Yes, I'll spell it for you. You can have just a little ASMR.
Well, players take notes.
Fang, like a fang. Clegburn, Cleg, burn, Burn.
I'm gonna leave it with a K. It's just as easy.
I did an AG instead of EG.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look real stupid when you send him a Christmas card and you spell it wrong.
Yeah.
That has actually happened to me because of how my name is spelled. At Christmas, my mom said something about that, and I was like, well, if my parents would have spelled my name right. Yeah, but that comes to mind. Other than that, you could kind of the preamble I gave you as you walked into the city, Elthandor, that knowledge you would have freely to give him of this is how the city came about and all of that.
Yeah,
But beyond that, you know that there are at least 2 or 3 different inns, and there's a couple taverns, and it's not far-fetched for Hugh to disappear that way.
I was gonna say that's I would look for places he would be hiding.
I seem to recall this place is run by military, usually. I have no clue who would be running it head first. Do you have any know? In case we run into him or drop his name? Don't want to insult a man that's not working here anymore, but it'd be much worse to insult one that was.
I think, wouldn't it be quite rude for one to assume that every person in the world knows who they are? Anyways, to the best of my recollection, the gent running the place is a sir by the name Clegburn. I literally just had it, and I screwed it up.
It's difficult recalling information sometimes, even though it's right in front of you.
Yes.
I understand. Believe me. I've been there.
Reading while you're on camera is quite difficult.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
It's just best to pretend that you're talking to yourself.
I assume you only know the name and you don't know him personally.
Actually, we're great family friends. By that I mean we have nothing in common.
Huh.
Like my family friends.
Indeed. I wonder if... It seems like there's plenty of buildings here, and being that it is a cross-junction between what was once and may return to be 2 separated countries, I assume there's some sort of beverage location? Meals and such?
There's at least one that Hugh would think is his sort of beverage place.
That's where he's gone. He wasn't lost in the crowd. He's lost in the drink. He's lost in his cup.
I mean, I'd have to guess just off of history. That's where we'd find him.
Oh, Hugh. Well, best set off. I think I remember something. Oh, maybe not yet. Something pickled eggs, pickled.
How about
I'm totally
you, Flea, make a have you make a check, and it's gonna be. Oh man.
Perhaps this place is famous for its pickles.
It could be another society check, or
I'll just do that one. That's fine.
Okay.
It's not going to be anything else. 16.
That's a higher on the die than
You
we rolled anything else.
you are remembering having been here before. You can't remember the name, but you do remember where it was. Like, you remember, okay, it was 1,000 paces forward, 100 paces left, through an alley, under a bridge connecting two buildings, and you just start walking.
This place is massive, I tell you. It's 1,000 paces, not 1,000
it's
feet.
like
It's
that's
1,000 paces, and then another
Well,
100 in different directions.
This city is several miles wide across the
It's
sea.
going to take us quite a lot. Do they have any carriages here? Do you know some? It's too much
There
money.
is a transit system. Yeah.
I'm sure it's too much money. Please. I'm quite poor.
It's Farmers 10 TV.
Follow me. I think I've got a secret back alley. Somewhere we might enjoy.
And along with your society check, just give me a will save. I want you to use your brain. Survival would be the other like actual skill, but I want you to use.
Ooh. 22.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can't remember the name of this place, but you remember exactly how to get there. A few things have changed, but the general architecture is the same. And you make your way through these alleys, and you guys come up to a door.
This is it. This is the door.
You look up. And
That's
you
all there is.
see a sign in the shape of a pickle with a dragon carved into it. And you see the words, "The Dragon's Pickle."
This is it. I knew it. I knew it. It was back here somewhere. This place. This place is the place to be. I tell you what. Have you ever been inside a dragon's pickle?
Oh, certainly not.
I'll tell you. It's where it's happening. And it's happening in there right now. I'm going in. Feel free to join me or not.
Right after you, old chap.
Listen, coming to a dragon's pickle is like nothing you've ever experienced before. I'll tell you what. I open the door to just that. Just how I remember it. I walk
It
in.
smells exactly the same. So, as you walk in, you notice, Elthandor, you notice a few things. Mm-hmm. Planks of
Finally, I
wood,
noticed something.
planks of wood cover smashed windows on the front.
Okay.
There are several buckets placed around the tables, and on the tables that you would assume are there to catch stray drips of rainwater
Okay.
or possibly worse things.
Mm.
This tavern clearly has seen many brawls, and it feels like there's probably always trouble. You would say this place has a little bit of a rubbish appearance, but you see a sign over the bar, and their prices are cheap for both drink and room. And it's pretty busy, pretty loud. You see a grizzled-looking dwarf behind the counter, slinging drinks and taking orders and checking people in for a stay.
I tell you. Unfortunately, it seems like
Oh, one other thing. There's a bard sitting by the hearth, playing a sad song on a double-necked ukulele. The song is about two twin children who walk into a portal and were never seen again.
How do you make that into a song?
Long ago, in a far-off land, Jack and Jill went far and near to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down. What do you guys do?
Take notes that Jack and Jill are officially canon.
I tell you, the quality has come down some. You might not expect a person such as myself to enjoy this kind of place. It's only come down some. It's kind of been like this for quite a while. One of the best places to just come and cause issues. Most of the time, if you pay the right people, you can still say whatever you want to them. This is where I learned the art of just bashing people verbally. Just listening, seeing what happens. It's wonderful. And if you pay the right people, whenever you insult someone, they'll fight for you. Now, I don't have the money for this right now. However, one of the best pastimes, I tell you.
As you were explaining this, behind you, you hear, "Oh, but this isn't the right place at all." And it's a kind of middle-aged woman. This is most definitely not the kettle and hammer. And turns and walks away, slams the door as she goes.
That's all right.
So, I wonder if she thought the sign outside looked like the kettle and hammer.
It's like it very clearly said it outside. Is she the kind of person that's like, why is this place not catering to me? And then walks out trying to find the next place that bends
Could
to
you
them?
imagine walking into a library and going, "This isn't the bathhouse"? Like, no, duh. Of course,
You guys don't
it's
have
not.
libraries that are also bathhouses here. Those
You-
are two things that go together quite well.
Yes, I love my parchment with my water. That's how you get tea.
Audiobooks.
You might as well go to a tea house.
You could probably have enchanted.
As you say that about a tea house, a memory sparks in your brain of a far off place. You can't remember what city it's in, but you know you've been somewhere that has a tea house. And you even remember a name. Leaf it. Alone. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not. You can't really remember. Who's to say? You remember an extravagant tea shop, though, that definitely left you. Leave it be. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Definitely. It's not. You know it's not in this town. You just sort of remember.
So do we don't.
You guys are
see-
standing at the entrance. So,
Yeah.
What do you?
We're inside. We're just kind of like awkwardly being this like two really posh
Dumb
people.
posh dummies, yes. Shall we speak to the barkeep and see if... Hugh! Hugh!
No.
Nobody turns and looks. The volume level is pretty high in here, but
right.
as
He's not quite known for subtlety, so I would assume that if we're not hearing him right now and he's present, it's because he's blacked out.
This could be true. That'd be quick.
That'd be really quick.
Really quick. We got you a fairly...
Maybe they have very strong drink.
No. Low prices, high content. It's great. It's one of the
rain
reasons.
alcohol.
It's perfect. Barkeep, have you seen seen a dwarf, long beard, goggles, potential crossbow or other unknown mechanism, long green robes, speaks with a somewhat...
He stops like with 2 mugs in his hand, just
Speaks with a somewhat, well, now I don't know where you're going. Type of accent?
That was really good. This is the other one.
I cannot say that I have.
Maybe I'll show.
Perhaps today.
Yeah, recently.
Like,
No,
Have you seen the fire and smoke outside?
no.
Oh, well, it would have been since everyone started flooding outside that he
Are
possibly
you
would...
going to just keep wasting my time, or are you going to order a drink, or maybe get a room?
Haven't decided
take
yet.
a drink.
Ah, yes. Well, he goes and sets the mugs down, comes back, has another, has a rag and just like wiping the counter. Yeah. Well, what can I get you, my friend?
I'll take the kind of drink you can have and still do your job.
Hmm.
Maybe not at your top performance level, but not get fired.
Okay. So you kind of like, I don't want to feel the pain of my life, but also I still need to function. So something like that. I give you a firecracker.
You visibly see a light bulb go on his head as if that's the thing he's been looking for his entire life.
He pulls the glass out, sets it on the counter. He like all these like several different shades of red. He starts pouring them into this glass in front of you. Very strong cinnamon and spiced smell at first, but then as the color, like as these different reds join in the glass and kind of start to
Mix.
homogenize, the color changes and it swirls into a solid black color, and then a little puff of smoke comes out of it, and it's red again. Here, that will be 2 silver. Oh, sorry, a little expensive drink.
Oh, yes.
But I think this is what you were looking for. It, you know, I'll let you have a good time, but you still can, you know, do what you need to do. What about you, Mr. Beanpole?
What do you think I'm going to come to the Dragon's Pickle and not to get a Dragon's Pickle?
You sound... no. Well, you sound familiar, but you don't look familiar. Yes, of course. I don't even... Yes.
I'm sure Flea will. He'll understand.
He takes a mug out from under the counter that is in the shape of a pickle, sets it down, and then he pulls a piece of what looks like maybe like a dragon fruit or something, you know, a fruit that looks like a dragon fruit. I'm not going to say it's a dragon fruit, but it's, yeah, puts it in, starts, you know. So, I don't have this on the menu. How do you know about this this here drink?
I'm not sure. Well, I am, and I'm not. I feel like I've been here, but it's been a long time. I wasn't sure if it was still on the menu or on the secret menu.
Have you been to this one, or have you been to my good for nothing cousins?
I'm fairly certain it was. I did know exactly where this was upon getting here. I had quite a strong recollection of.
This is the original.
Exactly where
Don't
to go.
ever let them tell you that otherwise. This here, this. I make this place with my own 2 hands. Well, I bought the building. It used to be less than savory. It was a brothel, but you know, I turned it into something better.
Did it do something about? Did it used to be the Pickled Dragon, and now you've changed it to Dragon's Pickle?
I feel like wouldn't it be good?
Or did you keep the name? That would be wonderfully hilarious.
I couldn't afford the new sign.
Yes, yes.
So,
the Dragon's Pickle, the brothel, the tavern. Yes.
well,
Genius.
No, just tavern, just inn. That is all.
What was and
He
now
hands over
is,
the
yes.
mug. That will be 2 silver.
Yes, here you go. Thank you.
Many thanks. So what brings you to town?
We were running for our lives.
Mostly.
There's
yes.
big explosions, fire.
Yeah, the fire outside that you didn't see was the one that we were running
Yes.
from.
Yes. Quite.
But you said there was a green fire. Yes, yes.
I don't believe I said anything.
I think we
so.
maybe. I think we
You
mentioned
did. You said
green
the big
the
fire, green
fire,
green
people
fire,
running
smoke,
in, people
people
putting in
running.
afterwards.
Exactly what he just said.
Yes.
What you said.
Well, yes. It was
That
in fact a green flame.
gaslit us both.
We were running from it, and now we've ended up here. After getting here, we were searching for a friend, which is why we asked. Just wanted to come have a drink. Hopefully, he hoped that he might have been here. Turns out he wasn't. But the drinks here are all the same. So
Don't know if
Well, you know, I mean, you've come at a good time. You know, this next week starts the Festival of Lights.
ooh,
You've come at a great time.
And Master Everlight doesn't know anything about what's happened in the last 3 days, right?
Did you say Everlight?
Yes, actually.
He's like right up in y'all's business. So like,
friends of his. Yes,
you.
employed, even somewhat.
Somewhat.
Oh! He sees like the crest on your.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very good. You guys are. You're bona fide.
Yes,
Very cool.
unfortunately.
I can give you a discount on a room. You need a place to stay?
Not sure yet. However, I will keep that pin in my mind,
Yes.
just in case.
Well, this will be the first place we stop.
It
if
is
we need to
sundown
find.
now. Just to be clear, going into nighttime.
Gotcha.
Probably.
Yes, us.
Just not sure yet.
I think we should
rush.
secure a room, and we can still do a little bit of looking.
How about this? Nobody's using our deluxe room. his bunk beds. It's only 1 gold for the night. I'll give it to you for 5 silver instead. 50%
I
discount.
think
We can do that.
That deal.
I think
That works.
most of it if you can cover
Yeah.
the last bit.
Let's. Yeah.
Sure. We'll take it.
I would hope you could cover it. I mean, you work for the university.
Go pay.
Everlight's a strange amount. The types of coins that he gives us.
Oh, he doesn't pay you in those scrupulous Ruluxian. What is that stupid currency called? It's been so long since I've been there. It's like robes.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's the same syllabus we were using a moment ago, so
Yes.
we haven't had any
Yes,
issues
of
so
course. Of course.
far. We really should.
What else can
I did that. I just did that.
So what brings, I mean, Exos, it's not very far in the grand scheme of, from where I'm from, but what brings you to this town?
Once again, running from a fire. Do you have any recollection of anything strange that may have happened, I don't know, 3 days ago or so?
3 days. As that, his eyes kind of glaze over as he's looking over your shoulder, and he goes, "Oh, that was strange. I thought I saw you, but you're here." 3 days ago.
I'm gonna lean up against the bar, like I'm being all casual, but also trying to keep an eye on the rest of the place.
Make a perception check. Yeah, 3 days ago. Let's see. Got my big shipment of port wine from
I'm just gonna pick
Prismar.
everyone.
There was Ufma. Star Rock.
A meteor?
After all this time, the language is still a little iffy.
Something between the language and the drinks, yes, I understand. Like a meteorite?
Yes,
Shooting star?
Shooting star.
Gotcha.
Explodes in sky. Boom. That's what broke my windows. Believe it or not, it actually was not a fight this time.
That's exactly what I thought it would have been.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, if you've ever been to a Dragon's Pickle, you know. Well, I don't even like to think about the other ones. My Gold for Nothing cousins are like, we'll start our own Dragon's Pickles. There's only one Dragon's Pickle, and it's right here. This is the original pickle. This is the only pickle.
Things get strange when there's 2 Dragon's Pickles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I was gonna get myself
What's the
in this place.
what's the tagline motto? What's the name? This
Oh.
Dragons people.
Nobody's ever asked me that before. Dragon's Pickle.
That's a pretty good chat GPT question. It's
I'm sure. Tell you what, tell us tomorrow morning, or just whenever you figure it out. You know now that you can send mail to Everlight University. We'll get it eventually. But we do want to know.
yeah.
Yes.
This is the
Okay.
we're
Well,
asking the hard questions.
he hands over like a wooden key.
Yeah.
It's not even made of metal. This is for the our best room. So please enjoy. Let us know if you need any food.
That we will. For now, I think we're going to go. Well, firstly, finish our
It
drinks.
is a very safe
Yes.
city. You
Firstly,
explore
finish our
around,
drinks,
go
go
see-
look for our friend, figure out what's
Are
going
there
on.
open container laws here?
I don't understand the concept.
Uh,
Can
You
you
like-
you can take your beverage with you? Just bring the cup back. Those things aren't cheap, especially that one.
Ah, yes. Takes a lot of time.
I
Nick.
carved those pickles by hand. The craftsmanship is exquisite.
What a delightful
Hand
hands.
polished.
What a delightful hands-on experience, I'm sure. I think we're going to go search for a
Yes,
friend with, see if we can figure
yes.
out him. Out of curiosity, two final questions before we head out. I'm not recalling your name or your cousin's name. That would be the first. And the second would be, what the hell was the thing behind me? The thing that you thought was me that wasn't?
It looked like a face. I don't know.
Okay.
I only rolled a 9.
Oh, I see. You and your cousin?
My cousin's name is dead to my mouth, but
I understand.
my name is. He is not drawing this out. This is me. My name is Landar Barrelchest. Landar Barrelchest. Landar Barrelchest.
Landa, I knew it was an L name. Thank you very much. See you in the morning?
Yes.
Lest we come stop by dinner?
Yes,
Think the hours are, what, you're open till, what, 10:30 still?
Well, we are open all night, but the kitchen closes at 10.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So,
As you guys wrap that up, somebody's walking by the bar and gets shoved and just turns and, hey! Boom! And a brawl breaks out as you guys are walking out.
I love this place. I'm quite concerned about two things that I'm beginning to pick up on. One being, where is Hugh? I'm sure he has no clue how to get here. It is a bit off the beaten track. Secondly, why do we keep seeing myself?
On the first question, I would never doubt Hugh's ability to find alcohol. So I think that we can probably in luck in that respect. The chap that looks like Hugh's a bit more concerning. I am trying to be my most vigilant, and for some reason it's not quite working out. I say as I try to take a drink.
The firecracker hits. Right, so we find Hugh and keep eyes on potential secondaries.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let Flea field this one. So good luck. Give him some training. Treat him nicely. I know you don't love him. So be kind. See you later.
I'll do my best. Just
Lee, you suddenly feel. But you remember most of that, just not the last part. You remember the up to the brawl.
Mhm. Yeah, that never stops being weird. Ooh,
welcome back.
he wasn't lying. That was a pretty good drink.
Yeah. You still have most of it, right?
You guys are now out in the street.
Where'd he
The sun is setting and the electric lamps have
yes.
kicked on, but it seems like they've been created to emulate flames. Give it a nice warm glow.
Oh, that's neat. They got some fake candlelights.
It looks like I'm sitting against like a black void.
It does.
We can fix that at the break.
It's been throwing me off for a little bit. So you said how many taverns were left? We've got this one.
There's three main
Three
ones.
more?
As you guys step out into the street, I need you to make one more percent.
That's fine. Let me use the
This is a low DC.
jelly-filled donut. I want that to be correct, but I feel like I should take the lower number anyway.
I think that's probably wasn't bad. I rolled 18.
Hey, 9 total.
9 and 18.
Yes.
Okay. Elthandor, you see this first. You see a man come around the corner, see Flea, and go ghost white.
Okay.
Flea, you now see this too. The man looks you right in the eyes and goes, No, not you, not again. And he seems to be frozen in place in fear, just trembling.
What do you mean not again?
Certainly, this man is many people. He's none of the people that you are.
And
think he is?
He like pulls his like the collar of his shirt down a little bit, and you see handprints around his neck, like bruised.
Oh,
Like you just tried to strangle me.
I just got out of the Dragon's. Who just came out of Dragon's Pickle? I ain't never seen you before in my life.
I can attest to that. And as a whole,
Make a diplomacy check.
I have a witness, and I think I'm decent at diplomacy. If I'm not decent at diplomacy, this is gonna go sideways, and I'm gonna have to intimidate him. I'm gonna have to intimidate him into thinking that it's not me. That's not bad. 18.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. He kind of like is looking between the two of you, like, you were just. I literally was running for my life, and you were just like 3 or 4 city blocks away. I don't understand what's.
Listen, I have no intention of assuming how quick you are on your feet, but I assure you that I just listen. If you want to go talk to the man, go talk to the dwarf in there running this whole shop. He'll tell you I've been sitting in there. Yeah, Lindar.
Landar's a fantastic. Yeah. he'll set you up and help you work through that. We're gonna do our best to chase down this imposter.
You gotta come with me. He starts going towards the door of the Dragon's Pickle. He opens the door and makes eye contact with Landar.
Hey, Landar, tell him I was just sitting in here. Look, here's the other guy I was with.
Is that you? Yeah, were these guys just in here? Did? And his like fear seems to intensify as he turns to look between the two of you, like, what's going on?
We're gonna try to figure that out and make sure that we don't find anyone else like your situation.
Okay.
Can't stop finishing this. Can't stop this drink.
I'm gonna go sit down. I don't like this. And he goes inside, goes and sits at the bar.
I don't like this either. Hey, sorry to keep bothering you. Which direction did you say I presumably came from?
North.
Thank you. Gotta go.
The bridge goes north-south. So.
Yeah, heading up that way. So, we go north.
Way uptown.
Keep your eyes peeled. I'm keeping mine.
So, what do you guys, as you start making your way, 3 or 4 city blocks, that could be a quarter, half, 3/4 of a mile. What do you guys do in that time? What are you doing, not doing, trying to see,
I'm going to be looking, first of all, I'm going to try to find a reflective surface and just get a real good look at my own face. And then kind of walk, not down the middle of the road, but like along one, well, maybe it'd be better. No, I'll walk along one of the edges so that I can kind of look in stores on that side. Keep just looking for people looking like myself.
Yeah, I don't want to look like I'm like scanning. I don't want to be like weirding people out / letting them know that we're onto it a little bit.
So here's what we can do. Every block, I'll have you guys make either a perception or a survival check. Perception being for your general awareness, survival being if you're trying to actively also track or like find clues or something like that. It's up to you which one you would rather do.
Okay. I would...
Well, so both receive a second hero point.
You said it was survival or what?
Survival or perception.
Would this classify as round by round encounters?
Yes.
For I gotta figure out how to use this thing. Okay.
Yeah, so you would roll a d4 or follow the directions.
That's what I'm having difficulty with. Okay.
So it was survival to try to track him, and perception was like making sure that
you're watching, you're looking at people's faces, and if you're trying to be there would be a second roll if you are trying to be discreet. And that would just be stealth.
Okay.
Stealth or deception.
Oh wait.
I would try to be discreet.
Okay.
And I think I would be trying to look to see if anyone is giving him a weird look, like they just saw him somewhere else.
Now, Flea also you have like a big fat black eye.
All right.
From
You being hurt.
in the explosions.
You never took a rest before that.
Oh yeah.
Or
I think
after
I did, but it doesn't do much.
I don't think we had a chance to because I'm still missing
you
my
got
spells.
they gave you the healer's kit.
Yep.
So
Yes.
you can spend 10 minutes per hour
Okay.
to heal.
What?
To treat wounds is what it is.
We'll say I've done that twice since,
Okay, I can.
like once since getting in, then probably once on the way or something. But I don't remember how to. Yeah.
I gotcha. Oh, well, the first one you failed.
Horribly.
Yeah, you didn't critically fail, so you didn't hurt yourself, but you definitely didn't.
That's the thing you can do.
Definitely didn't.
So I forgot to mention it, but I was going to be checking my ring while we were in the bar to see if the doppel person is having a magical effect that we can detect with the ring.
No,
The ring, actually, it's not like a ring. It's like a arm
it's a
ring.
bracelet.
Yeah.
It's like a thin,
Mhm.
steel-looking bracelet.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You would've-
Looking for me.
There you go. You would have actually had.
One of the competent people do
There
it.
you go. No, you would have had time. At least 3 hours have passed.
Okay.
So, you feel better. You're still fatigued though.
I was gonna say we're
You
really
haven't
tired. And
rested. And actually, at this point, Elthandor, you would also start to be feeling fatigued.
sweet.
I don't know why, Flea. I don't know why have a plus 10 foot
Speed?
token. Yeah, on your speed. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make your rolls for whichever.
No benefits, but that's a perception
I can say I'm
check
gonna
to
do
be a 19.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do perception and steal. My perception is 13. My stealth is 19.
Okay.
I am sneakier than I am.
You are too Elthandor. You're too focused on trying to not be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Um,
be suspicious.
And Flea, you are just hyper looking at everything. What did you roll on that D4?
The first time was a 1. So that's what the 19 would go for.
Oh, okay. So, remind me who one is.
The barbarian.
Okay. So again, you feel that
Mhm.
similar feeling well up.
Mhm. Is that too? Am I trying to
You can
let it take over or just use the
Either.
abilities? Okay.
well it would take over,
Okay.
but you can choose not to, which is the second part of that
Gotcha.
change we made, which is the DC flat check you can make.
Gotcha.
If you're familiar at all with the
Oracle.
we're play testing essentially a homebrew better version of it, or at least what we think.
I forgot what the DC is to resist.
It is.
Like a 10?
It's on the sheet that I made you. Below that,
There's a lot of information.
there is. I want to say it's a DC 15.
Okay. Well, let's see what that is. That's a 12. So no.
Okay, yeah. You feel this feeling, but there is no stopping it. And
He wants out. Sorry. Yeah, see. Then I may or may not have seen I've seen something.
I'm trying to be sneaky here.
I'll speak to myself. Then it's just me, and I may not be seeing something.
You don't have to pretend I don't exist.
so
19.
you were talking.
you hear
a bit
something.
quieter.
You hear two people talking. They look like guards, and you just kind of you hear one kind of like side talking to the other of. Yeah, I had 5 people have gone missing so far this week. They're not telling us anything.
The missing people aren't telling them anything.
You didn't hear that here.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything that looks like myself, but it does sound like I'm. And again, to anyone hearing me, I'm just speaking to myself. No reason.
Friend, Flea, how are you doing?
Seems like, oh, hello. It seems I was just hearing the other day that today there's been some missing, like people have been missing from work. They're not missing from work, they're just missing. I don't know why, but it seems like things have gone strange.
It's really unfortunate for work that people are going missing from work
That
and
people
nowhere else.
from work, they're not showing up to their jobs. Their jobs, like, I don't know, working for organizations and things like that such.
Are you using your accent just because you're talking to a person with this sort of accent?
Which accent?
You were like a more British sort of
No,
British
it's
one.
just me right now. I wanted out. I wanted some time. I don't like being made fun of. And
Sorry.
it's not great, so I'm here now.
Okay, I will do my best to redirect my internal frustrations inside a person other than you.
That would be great. If you could redirect them to the person impersonating me, that would be wonderfully fantastic. Thank you.
The guard that you heard saying that is just looking at you.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
I don't know. They kind of look similar. Maybe without the black eye.
We think that an estranged family member of his is around. They're splitting images of themselves. He's not normally a good fellow, so we're hoping to get his good
This
senses.
night keeps getting weirder and weirder. First, we hear some screaming, and there's a dwarf being dragged off and thrown into a boat over the side of the city, and then this. Gosh,
Did the dwarf?
Did his accent sound like a region like we would know where he's from? It sounds from?
I was more. Did he scream
know
like a
what that
little
means.
girl?
Colin doesn't remember where Hugh is from, but Hugh's accent would be from the mountains of wherever he's from. So I would say that thing.
he's from Rulux.
Did he
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
Ruluxian dwarven accent in the screams?
Oh, I mean, by the time we got there, they were already making their way off, so I didn't hear a whole lot. But gosh, it.
Did he
He
yell
was
about?
wearing clothes.
Well, that's good.
Do you have one of these? Show
He
him the.
dropped a crossbow.
It's getting warmer.
Maybe some coin would jog my memory.
Maybe.
That's a test, you pest. We
Seems
are
kind-
uncorruptible.
Seems kind of shady to be paying them. You know,
The gods,
the
especially
gods
in
for
a-
what they're supposed to be
Among the
doing.
witnesses, that's all sorts of weird.
Well, it's against the law, actually, to bribe a guard in the city of Mornhelm.
Oh, let's,
If you bribed a god who would arrest you, you just
We
bribed
would.
him.
We have
yes.
honor.
Right.
So
Then who can bribe a god if you all have honor?
I see that this logic might be slightly flawed, but I digress. It's just rather suspicious that you come asking questions. Make a society check.
oh boy.
There's no
This
more
is
questions
gonna
in this
go
video.
great.
Are we outing ourselves as foreigners?
You asked too many questions.
Why are you asking other questions?
21.
That's probably a problem.
Oh.
My first response to
There's something about you that I like, so I'm gonna let this. You're just being a little suspicious, so maybe tone it back a little bit. Especially you, tone it back a little bit.
Sorry.
Being all over obvious, trying to
I thought I was being really stealthy until
Well, I just rolled really well.
okay.
See, sometimes it's best to just talk to yourself out loud, I told you.
He rolled a natural 20.
That's good.
Perception versus stealth. Well, yes. Are you missing someone?
It sounds like we're missing the person that was taken whose crossbow was left behind.
And
Was he wearing
and your estranged brother.
Was he wearing green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why my voice sometimes, like, I can go really low and then it just stops.
You just kind of get to the bottom and it just goes
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, he, dwarf, green.
Screaming.
Of a ledge.
No,
Gone
he was gagged, had a bag over his head.
Oh,
Yeah, no good.
unfortunately for them, that's his favorite. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't know if
You know, now that you say that, actually, as they toast him over into the boat, I remember hearing, like,
that had to be you.
It's him.
That's certainly him.
It's.
oh, somebody clip that, please.
I was thinking it earlier.
Yeah, well, carry on. Remember, find guard, report if you see something. State it.
That's the. I think you're this close. You're this close to something really catchy.
See something, state something.
State something. I gotcha. Can do, officer.
Could you happen to tell us which side of the bridge, which way that went? Because now we're looking for two things. We're looking for somebody that's causing problems,
Strange
looking
brother.
like me and looking like
That
him.
was the west side of the bridge.
West, north.
East.
This way's the way that you were just going is north.
north.
West is that way. But I mean, it's been about an hour since that happened.
Oh, we're not finding him today. It's been an hour and he's been on a boat. It's not coming back.
We tried to make chase, but they were fast. They went with the current.
Yeah.
If it helps, it looked like
I remember when I was current.
it looked like they were dwarves that were taking him.
Did
It was strange.
he have any other dwarf friends in the academy? I'm not getting friends.
I
Friendly
don't know
type.
if he had enemies.
Off in the distance, you hear a blood-curdling scream.
You, him, we. Go now.
That's
Yes,
like that sounds.
stop!
No problem,
You
that's-
violated the law.
We did kind of
I haven't seen something, but I'm hearing something,
Yeah.
and I'm saying something. There's something.
stating
I'm
something.
stating quail. I don't know what that means, but I'm stating it.
You guys take off in that direction.
We did just hear a sound.
The sound seems to have come down like a corridor, like an alleyway, probably 300 or 400 feet, kind of further north than you were. You kind of get up to the proximity, and you hear like the sound of a body hitting the cobblestone pavement. You round the corner, and you see a woman, mid-20s, elf, or like in human
Yeah.
Yeah.
equivalent, like a young elf, dead on the ground, two distinctive marks around her neck that look identical to the marks that you saw on the guy's neck.
It's the gang.
Did we hear anything else? Like, so we said we heard a thud. We walk around the corner. We see them. Is there a chance that a person
Perception.
thinks?
Perception.
Okay.
Yep.
The guards immediately like jump to action, trying to see
Slash
like,
keep running.
if they can revive her.
23.
Excellent.
And mine's not gonna be that good. It's a 15.
Lee, you look up and just happen to see a pair of eyes that look exactly like yours staring back at you from the roof. And suddenly they morph into just pure white irises, and the shape changes a little bit. And then suddenly you're looking at a guard whose head disappears over the building, and you hear.
Nope, I don't like that. Did anyone else see that?
And the other guards are like trying to, see if they can render first aid or something. And they stop and they look up at you and see what?
What I found, I think I've seen the person that looked like me. They've changed. Their face their face changed. They now look. Well, now they look like they're wearing something like you'd be wearing.
You don't make any sense, man.
Yeah, no, I know it sounds like it.
There aren't any there haven't been creatures like that for 100 years.
Funny, when was the last time you remembered seeing a meteorite explode in the sky?
He makes a good point. Also,
Get the feeling that strange things is happening.
we've seen you can take my word for it or not, but we've seen a lot of strange things that haven't happened in 100 years. We've seen a lot of that in the last few days. So maybe keep your eyes open and your buddy really, really, really close to yourself.
We've got our hands full here, so you just keep chasing whatever demons you need to chase and find the answers that you need to find.
Right on. And then we start running. I'm
Clambering up to the rooftops.
finishing off the last one. With the rooftops, is there any chance that they could continue on the rooftops, or what I could have reasonably...
It could go either way.
Cool. Okay.
Affirmative, we have permission to act on guards, with guards' permission from whom?
What?
You've given us permission to pursuit. I don't want to get in trouble legally in the garrison town.
I mean, I can't give you... Like,
It's fine, we'll come find you.
Oh, well,
Hopefully.
my name's Jack.
Jack, got it.
Jack. Are you... There's a rhyme about... No, different time. You know how Jim...
He's the guy, he's famous.
Oh my gosh,
Must have been his brother.
didn't he disappear into a portal or
That's
something?
what was weird about it.
That's,
Maybe he's come back.
that's still the other one. Connecting the dots.
And take off. Up. Chasing. Changing.
You sprint up some crates that are stacked up. That is probably how this person got on the roof. You get up there, you don't see anybody.
Is it chasing demons? I thought that was really quite what I'm looking for.
You hear a crash.
Prophetic, and then I start running to the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me each of you a survival check.
This would have changed in this time to the
Yes.
excellent, which now means do I have to roll it?
Before you tell me what the result of that check is, Chris, it could also be acrobatics.
I'll just change a modifier if that's the case for the sake of rules. Okay. My modifier from decent survival or acrobatics.
Yep.
So it'd be 15.
15?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, let's see that. And you said what? Check? Survival?
Your mom?
Oh,
Survival or acrobatics.
Yep. What he said.
Be proficient at your mom check.
oh.
I didn't think I was going to get in as many shenanigans with the barbarian, but
14 for
during
me.
this.
You both... You notice enough that you catch yourself as it happens, but as you're sprinting across these rooftops, you jump onto the next roof of a building and you actually fall through what looks like a piece of like sheet metal that was recently dislodged, and you fall about 10 feet down to the floor below of this building. There's kind of a mess about, and there seems to be like a furnace in the room.
Oh, I'm not a spry 80-year-old elf anymore.
Oops, I kicked myself out of Foundry. Really need a mouse.
80 again. That's
Trackpad.
tricky to do.
2.0. Sorry. You crash down, and you see an open door.
Busted through that too.
I was like, that's the only. It's one way to go. We'll keep going. Sorry for whoever's roof we destroyed.
Yeah, don't
Oh
worry.
wait,
about
well it's destroyed. We found
it was
anyway.
destroyed before we got here. They'll figure it out. Believe me, there's plenty of destruction here. It's fine.
Oh, neat. Got those things.
You guys, from behind a crate, you hear a noise, and you see a
Like a semaphore.
mostly shapeless, like just nondescript shape
Ugh.
here.
I hate it. Didn't we see something like this?
Like a long kind of curling tongue, long sharp fingernails. And I need you both to get ready for initiative.
We're gonna initiate it. Oh, you can click on the little tile at the top.
Yep.
The little initiative check at the top. If you hover over your own portrait, there's a die, and you can click it to roll. Hey, that's my second best roll of the night.
I could, or I could not. I probably should have. 16.
16. Okay. So, quick point of 2 quick points to make. One, this would count as you needing to roll again because this is now a new level of pressure.
Okay.
Encounters don't always mean combat necessarily. Althandor, you're up first. You see this creature stand up, and it just looks over the both of you and. Hey, are you following me?
We're looking for a fellow that used to look like him, and then used to look like one of the guards, and we are chasing them, and we seem to find ourselves here with you.
Within the blink of an eye, this creature now suddenly looks like Flea. And then it morphs slowly back into its more generic, fleshy-looking self.
We found a man who... Did you strangle a man? and a young, spry 70-year-old elf?
It is beyond my will to stop. I'm so hungry. I feel famished beyond 1,000 years. Not literally, but figuratively.
Listen, you're gonna give us some answers or you're going out the window in pieces. And I would like to try to intimidate.
Elthandor, is there anything else you would do currently?
I feel like I had taken my turn in conversation.
Okay.
I would be trying to assess if this is the type of creature that I think is capable of swimming. And,
Can't swim.
I would... Frick, I probably needed to draw a weapon, but I don't want to be like, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm not gonna draw a weapon yet. I don't think so.
Okay. Flea, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Yes. Come on. The one thing he's good at. 25.
Okay. I need you to make a will saving throw.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
22. 17 plus 5? No. That's not right.
I was like,
What?
I was. Oh, sorry. I was reading the number. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that was good. You were correct.
22.
Okay. It just appears to be just staring into you. And then it it morphs itself back into Flea's form. And it's just looking at you. You know, usually I can get a read on who someone is, but you're a mystery to me, and I don't like it. And it sent me into a fury.
Well, you're a me to me, and I don't like it. Cut it out.
He morphs into Elthandor.
That's better.
Would you rather that I look like this?
He's better being me than I am.
It's better for me. Don't know how you feel about identity theft. Wonder if that's illegal in this town.
I don't think you understand how hard it is to be what I am.
No, you're right. I do have a bit of an identity crisis myself, if I may say so.
You guys have a bit more in common than, only in the sense that he's a, never mind, it's not my turn.
So you didn't understand. Hold on, let me get this straight. You don't understand me, so you decided to be me and steal my identity. Then you're presumably strangled two people.
I needed their life force so that I could continue to live.
Have you tried going after criminals?
Or, like,
Or not innocent people?
animals? You could work in a slaughterhouse?
Were they criminals and we don't know about it? Am I giving you an existential crisis as well as an identity crisis?
Yes, I'd never thought of that.
Excellent.
You must understand, I spent most of my life in hiding in the sewers of this city. And then one day, I just remember everything going black. And then just a few, I don't know, a week ago, I woke up gasping for breath, frail and thin, and I felt like I was made of stone. And
Sorry, when was that?
about a week ago,
Okay.
and I've realized,
In the sewers more than
and he's morphed back into Flea. Flea, I need you to also make another will save.
It's another 22.
Cool. Will, I just takes a lot out of someone when they realize they've lost 100 years of their life.
So you were in the sewers,
Yes.
and then you blacked out,
Yes.
and then you woke up,
Yes.
and 100 years had passed.
Yes.
Did you feel like you were anywhere? Like, taken somewhere, or did you just cease and then...
I don't
reappear?
know.
I do feel like I was dead for the last 100 years, but that's a different thing.
Would either of you have glanced at your bracelets during this time?
I was thinking it, but I didn't ask it.
They have pulsed at some points. Is that something that we feel, or is there something that we see? Would we have felt
Every
that?
time that he has changed your bracelet.
Maybe keep the changing to a minimum, if we can.
Yes, I
We'd
can.
like to avoid attracting
How do I-
unwanted attention.
How do I start over? I don't know. You don't understand. Like, we don't even like ourselves. Our parents abandoned us immediately. I don't even know how we're made. That's a conversation for a different time, but to be formless, to look like this, to have no one to talk to, no one to hold close. But I guess if I just mask all the time and pretend, most of the time, I guess, I reckon I could survive that way. Be a bit of a vigilante. Well, no, not even that, I guess. Just
No, you can't go around being a vigilante looking like me. That's not going to go over well. You're going to... Hold on. Step one, we're going to have to... It's weird that we're just sitting here talking to him. I thought I was just going to come out and go whack. You're gonna have to make a new identity. Probably someone who's not dead, yet alive and not going to be staying here for long. Maybe not well known, leave town, come back into town, be someone else.
Maybe I could travel somewhere and pick up an identity.
That could be good,
And
yes.
come back and then join the guard or something?
That could be good, yes.
Maybe I'll call myself Dexter. I've heard that name before. I like it.
That's quite a... Yep, that's a thing you can do.
I don't know if this town has an executioner, but if they do, maybe that could work with your skill set.
Slash, have you tried joining the life of... I mean,
Plants.
you're not human. You're joining the life from something that's not the same creature as you. Could you join the life from, like...
Rats.
An animal that's maybe being slaughtered?
It's not exact. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. So, like, one human is the equivalent of, like, 10,000 rats. So
How many cows?
this isn't exactly a science. I don't know.
Maybe
Look. There used to be several of us here in this town. I'm the only one so far that I've found.
several, like, hundreds of years ago, or, like, in the last 3 days?
No, like...
When you said
like
you woke up a
before.
week ago.
Yes, before I woke up and felt whatever happened, there used to be more of us here.
What about a week ago?
How did you survive then?
I don't know. 1 minute I was skedaddling through the sewer.
Well, I mean, like, how did you...
Real funny.
How did you not be hungry then?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would just I could usually last a year.
Oh, that's much better than like 2 or 3 in a night.
Well, I told you I woke up and I was skinning. I was nothing but skin and bones. I was a beanpole like you. Man, you talk weird. Sorry, I'm not trying to insult you. This is just different.
No,
This is a first for me.
believe me.
Usually people pop up in front of me and then his like fingers turn into these unusually long claws, and then there's just a lot of slashing, and then I run away.
Yeah, no, I
This
don't.
is all real new to me.
Don't like a lot of this.
But you've inspired me to try to be better
Good.
and given me an idea of a way to live that I never thought could be possible before.
I thought I was going to kill something. And here I am giving therapy. I am definitely not
doing
the
a great
personality.
job.
I'm not the personality suited for this in this moment.
Honestly, it might be the best
What would be the
personality.
personality for this moment?
It's actually been quite effective.
I don't know if I'm stupid or if I'm a genius.
You can be both.
It can be both. So, yeah, I mean, first of all,
I'm building up my coffee shop lore right now. I love it.
there are guards looking for the person who's been doing the strangling, whose hands seem to match my hands. We've got somebody back in a tavern terrified of me for reasons that I now understand and he never will. We're gonna have to answer some questions.
I thought we had a couple story. It's a strange brother. Looks quite like you. Mentally unstable. Presumably, we're bringing him back to wherever the nut house that he's a resident at.
It could be possible. But then there's still a possibility of me getting mixed up with me looking like me and me not being me looking like me.
Those are a lot of words.
Believe me, I'm as confused as you are.
I believe you.
Well, I've been real careful. Nobody other than you has noticed me. And, nobody's going to take your hands and, compare them to somebody's neck. And besides, it has to be my hands when that happens.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's good.
I say, I just lay low for a while.
And maybe not kill innocent people in
Yeah.
the height of their lives.
Dexter, for now, I think you should take care of your hungry bird being like a butcher's assistant or something. That could go really well. Then maybe once you've gotten enough of a feel, move your way to the guard. Actually help some people, do some good in the world.
Situation. I hear there's a lot of guards here. Maybe they're
Well,
over police or something.
I can give that a shot.
We're gonna see what happens.
Yes, I
I'm willing to give it a shot. I think that's a great
think
idea.
that could work out. You could be finding your
Maybe
calling.
I could finally find a place to call home.
This is getting entirely too sentimental
be-
for me. I'm out.
I would love to find a place to call home too. That's something I'm working on. Best of
Do you
luck.
not have a place? Based on your accent, I would assume that you're from the Isles, but
You ever had a moment where you're just sitting here talking like somebody else, and now you're just hearing you and you're seeing you again? Hold on, I got a lot of process. I'm gonna sit over here.
well, it's because I'm sorry. Why do you sound different now? Now you
No,
sound
it's
like
weird
me,
sound.
but
It's weird hearing myself
I'm
sounding like
sounding
myself.
you, but you're sounding like me now.
It's
Before you
getting a
didn't
lot
sound
like an
me.
echo chamber, and it's getting a little weird.
Well, you didn't sound like this a minute ago. You sounded. You had
No,
a
you're
different
right. I
voice.
didn't sound like this. Listen, there's a lot going on. Do you remember how we said the thing where you were like, yeah, I didn't understand you because there's too much going on? Well, now there's too much going on for me. Elthander, I'm going to have to step out of the room for a minute.
He needs some air. This one's a little bit more.
Is this
It's
transmutation all
queasy
over
type.
again?
It's fine.
Is this
It's fine.
Is this transformation or transmutation?
We'll debrief once we
Transmutation.
we'll take some notes. We'll discuss it. We'll get a good lesson about it.
Based on your accent, I'm guessing you're from Agios, right? Agios. Man, I can't
That's-
pronounce this with your accent.
that's-
With this tongue in my mouth.
You mean Agios?
No. Agios is the whole world, right?
Well, yeah, clearly I'd been from there.
Agios is it's a continent on this world. Well, I'm gonna skedaddle, and he morphs back into Elthander. Yeah, I'm going to make my way into the shadows for a while, and then I guess I'll try to find a big fat cow.
Let's see how that goes. Maybe there's a better exchange race. Maybe cows are the
Again, I've never thought of that.
inspired to be.
You know, as a youngling, it was just survive. So yes, and that is Agios.
And that was something that was that was an accurate read.
Agitos. Yes. Based on your accent, there are two places that elves are from, and the elves that are from the other place sound nothing like you.
Gotcha.
Wait, he sounds like he's from Agitos?
Yes.
Ah.
Agitos.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you not just swinging and bashing and killing me. This could have gone a whole different way.
I do my best to not kill people unless I absolutely have to.
Some of me do, some of me don't, so, you know.
We
We're all
got the
just
good
going
ones.
in where we're going.
Actually, I think we got lucky a bit. Yeah. Anyways,
It takes this shape of just a kind of nondescript looking human, just scraggly hair, just a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow.
you didn't happen to see or hear anything about there was a dwarf who got a bag put over his head and then made maybe uncomfortable conversation while he was being thrown into a boat and then got pulled away real quickly.
Well, you see, when I first saw you walking towards the gate, I saw him get snatched. But I noticed you noticed me briefly flee, so I turned myself into this form to blend back in with the crowd.
Yeah, I looked at him and he looked at me, so I looked at him and he looked at me, and all the meanwhile, Hugh was getting took.
Exactly what he just said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go before anyone notices we're here.
It's a good.
Dexter, don't get into any more trouble, please.
Yeah, I will, gosh golly, I'll do my best to keep out of trouble. But, you know,
He sounds sincere, but I'm having trouble believing him.
I appreciate it.
it's just this, I swear I am up to nothing but good from here on out.
Just like I was about to say the opposite.
That was Michael getting confused with my own
Here.
words.
You're good. I decided it'd be fun. Right. Well, Dexter, wish you the best. If you we're in town again, maybe, and you want to say hi, feel free to stop by. Appreciate it.
He's already out the door.
Like,
Do we just let him murder run free?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I think that would have been. Okay, so the thing that's weird to me. Okay, we should be moving.
Yeah, no, we should
fell
not.
through the
We should not
ceiling.
stay here. We just busted through the ceiling like a vigilante.
Yeah, let's-
in here talking about.
Get back out into the streets. And be like, so he was all, so obviously, okay, sorry, is the one, I'm gonna trust that you're all listening in
Yeah.
your head. So
The lamps outside have dimmed because it is now
Yeah.
a little bit further into the night.
we'll start making the way back to the Dragon's Pickle. Which I totally, yeah. Oh, I have this. Okay, continue that. Anyway, there we go. Meds are off. Okay.
You're on your way to the Dragon's Pit.
Yes. Yeah. So the timeline with magic was, we could go. We did have the weird thing that morphed into the thing, and then people died, and then people got back to life. Kind of goes. It all happened
3 days.
a few
ago.
days before. No, that happened a few days before. 3 days ago. Because 3 days ago was, so we had that some amount of rest to recover
Oh
from
yeah, no,
grievous wounds.
It was like a week for us, and it was like 3 days for everyone else. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I'm saying that there's the 3 days happened in a moment after we found the other students, and we lost first. What's our squad name? It's the
Years.
ears. We lost our first ear 3 days ago, because those 3 days went by instantly. So I think that those the night we found the first relics, those would have been when that all went down. Roughly 7 days ago. Does that line up? Is that like
Roughly,
made
probably,
the
yeah.
calendar? Okay.
As you guys are having
Please
this
tracking.
monologue-
Colin's behind.
Okay.
But yes,
No,
I think
I mean,
Basically, the first time we
in-game
ever like
world,
hunting.
about a week ago would have been when you guys found that pyramid and blew up the building.
The building blew itself up. Let's be clear.
Yes, because you infiltrated it and triggered a trap.
Yes. Actually, the people who blew it up were the people who used it for smuggling, who we
That's
trapped it.
true. That's true.
We were just innocent bystanders who were breaking and entering and fighting for our lives.
As you guys have this monologue back and forth, trying to figure out the timeline, and Flea is probably a little confused, but also is like, yeah, I don't understand time. You stop kind of just a little bit down from the Dragon's Pickle before you would get to the door, and you just happen to notice there's a notice board. Things ranging from missing pets to wanted posters to classified ads for, trying to sell
wanted
goods and
pets.
services. And one of the wanted posters catches your eye. It's a dwarf, but looks kind of familiar. Maybe like in the back of your mind you think that could be Hugh if he didn't have a beard, no goggles. Was really well kept. And you see wanted by the High Court of Rulux. 1 million gold reward.
He could have made a ton of money. Of course, he did something illegal.
And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
I'm in the wrong business.
Just one little addendum here.
Yeah.
Specifically below the 1 million gold reward, you see wanted for high crimes against the crown and destruction of a massive scale.
They're gonna have to use a lot of smaller scales to add up all the weights.
And that's where we'll pick up next.
Puns.
Well, I hope that was fun, guys.
Yeah, I finally remembered my accent, and then
Yes.
butchered it several times. Sometimes you get one of those words that's like
It's a moment where I wanted to say, man, that firecracker is affecting more than your like that firecracker is starting to affect your accent too.
Yeah, hopefully that was fun.
I'm
Ooh,
excited. I got a lot of names for places that I worked before, and now I'm excited.
I forgot about that. Well, hopefully we'll have Cameron back,
Yes.
and then Austin will be back shortly as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully next month. So
And
we'll see. I don't know. You're traveling, I think, on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
And stay tuned next time when we learn the fabled catchphrase for the dragon's pickle.
oh man, I'm just gonna pretend like I never, ever can't have the best idea of ever to create a tavern inn called the Dragon's Pickle.
Oh, don't worry about it.
And on that,
We're gonna
note,
remember forever.
We'll see you guys next time.
Keep your dragons pickled.